Hola, good morning, welcome. Today we're going to do a little walk and talk, spontaneous flow, and see what wishes to glow. No idea what is going to appear. We just walk and see what wants to talk. It's a beautiful day, the sun is shining. I want to take you on this walk because in about 5 minutes, maybe a little bit more, there's just a spectacular view that I want to share with you. So watch until somewhere, well, it's not going to be probably at the end, but somewhere in the middle, who knows, 5 or 6 minutes in, we get to this epic view. So let's see what wants to appear. So there's this continuous theme of leadership that is appearing for this one and through this one, and there's a real true calling for leadership in this world, leading from the heart, leading in whatever way you are called to lead. And like we shared in some of the other videos, this may not look like a traditional leadership role, but there's going to be traffic as we walk along this road. Leading from your heart is how you live every day, your every interaction, how you show up in the world, how you appear to your partner, to your family, to your workmates, to your soulmates, to your enemies, to your antagonizers, how you appear to them and how you show up as a leader in the world is setting an example, and it's opening a doorway, and it's allowing others to see a way of being. Because also, like we shared in one of the other videos, social media culture has created this generation and this idea of followers, of following everyone, following this or following that, or this one's showing me the way, and it's beautiful and it's powerful. I, like you, have so many, like everyone, I feel everyone is my guide and everyone is my mentor. But if I am always in the role of follower, and I'm always following the ideas of others, I will never find my true authentic voice, my true authentic heart, my true authentic way in which I can uniquely lead in this world. All of the guides, mentors, the books, the examples that we see in the world offer us an opportunity. You think every single day you have an opportunity to be guided and led by everyone and everything that you meet. And when we come into sovereign, divine sovereignty, divine beingness, when we come into our heart, we are not so easily led down a path that is not our intrinsic truth. We won't waste the valuable time in this dimension. The most valuable thing that we have is time. Our time. Most people in the world are giving away the most valuable thing that they have, called time, and exchanging it for this thing called money. And money doesn't have any intrinsic value when opposed to time. Time in this dimension, in this life, is the most valuable thing that we have. So if we're being led continuously by the ideas of others, and when I say we're being led and we follow, I don't mean that we don't take inspiration. I don't mean that we don't learn from others. And it is that we learn from others, and we use the experience of others, and we use the wisdom of others to find our own way, to make our unique twist. And if we're like this culture that has grown up around social media, it's like this continuous outward looking for the answers. It's this continuous living vicariously through the adventures of others. How many times have you watched a YouTube video of someone doing something really cool and you've got really excited by it and you've got, inspired by it, but you don't ever actually do the thing? You just watch another video. I know I have. And what that inspiration, that excitement when you see someone else challenging themselves, overcoming something, doing something, it's not that so you subscribe to their channel and follow over time. It's so that you can become that which you seek. You become that which is been inspired by that. It's not so that you just live your life through the experience of others. It's so that you take the experience of others, take the wisdom of others, and give it your unique flavor, your unique twist. And that can only come through experience, through becoming, through living it, through speaking it, through going through the tears, going through the failures, going through the process. So everything, oh, this view came quicker than I thought. How many minutes is that? 5 minutes? Okay, watch this. You gotta see this, it's so epic. Someone just waving at me randomly. See? So I want you to see this epic view. As you walk down, let this car pass. So you just walk down over this hill. Be careful not to get knocked over. I wonder, can we change around this camera? I don't think we can. So maybe I just do this. We'll do this way. Wait till you see. It's not so clear today, but you just come down over the hill and it just looks out over the ocean and got lots of beautiful houses here. It's just epic. I remember the first time that I saw this view. It was in our, it wasn't ours, it was in the tiny home on wheels that we were going to buy at that time. And I come down over this hill and it was just like, and there, like the ocean always, you might not be able to see, but that's just like ocean there, and the ocean and the sky merging into one. So that's a great example. So like the wonder and the awe and the inspiration that we get from something like that, like nature appearing. I hope that came across on the camera because it is so epic. Let's see if we get some more. Because I know the focus when the person is in there. If the person is not there, you might see it a little bit better. Anyway, so using the inspiration of nature, when you just get that wonder, you get that awe, you get that excitement. Again, it's not that so you watch nature documentaries all the time, which I used to do, and I haven't done much recently, but it's not so that you can wish that you could live by the sea sometime. It's not so that you can constantly make a plan of doing something with that. It's to actually do it. It's actually become it. It's actually live it. It's like look now as it opens out. Look at that. So cool. It's a calling from within you to become. So everything and everyone is sparking within us certain things. Sometimes pleasant, sometimes not so pleasant, but they're always calling something from within us that we either choose to embody, to embrace, to do, to become, to live, to feel, to see, or it stays as just a nice thing that you watch on TV, a nice thing that you watch on a video. It's something that you use to distract yourself from living the life that you want to. It's like someone else having an experience somehow fulfills that itch that you've never scratched. And if we do that, we feel that emptiness. You'll feel that it's unfulfilling. It's unfulfilling to live your life through the ideas of others. It's unfulfilling to live your life through the dreams and the excitement of others. So it's like a double-edged sword again. It can become an amazing inspiration. It can be something that really sparks creativity, that sparks ideas, that sparks a new way of seeing in the world. But if it stays as that video, it stays as that idea, and it never comes to fruition, it never becomes embodied, we never take action on it, we never follow what that being, that gift, everyone is a blessing in disguise, and they give us a gift through their inspiration, through their ideas, through their triggering us, through their opening us to see in new ways, to live in new ways, to see new potentials, to see something from a perspective that we maybe never saw before. But if that stays like that, it just stays as an idea. If we don't give it the word, if we don't give it the action, if we don't give it the if we don't become embodied as it stays as one of my mentors very funnily put, it stays as shelf help. Instead of self-help, it stays shelf help. It's all the books that stay on the shelf. Some of them don't even get read, and the other ones that do get read, but the ideas and the inspirations and the same with books, anything within them never becomes embodied experience. It's just shelf help. It's all, it's helping your shelves look full. Look at this view now. We've got lots of all the surfer peeps getting set up for this. Some surf adventures. So I think we're going to go over to this little rock where I used to do our sunrise soul sessions, because it's a nice spot and I want to get the sun behind me because it's quite bright and it's already getting hot. We're a little bit later today. It's busy. So we're going to take a walk in through here. Wow, it is busy. Hi. So yeah, don't become shelf help. Don't allow the gifts of life to pass you by. There's a great book by Bronnie Ware, I think her name is. And it's called The Top 5 Regrets of the Dying. And she worked in palliative care in Australia and worked with many people that were about to make their transition. And so over time, she was a nurse, I think, and so over time she knows patterns of these things of what as she would speak with people before they were ready to make their transition into the next adventure. Many of them probably didn't know or believe that they had a next adventure, but that's by the by. But they would open up to her and speak with her about, well, what she came to know was like there was a theme of these regrets. There was a theme of regrets that the majority shared. Where was this one? I have to come over here a little bit because this scene might be. I don't have the proper mic, so if we stay over here, let's see. How long was that walk? Wow, 12 minutes, okay. So it took 12 minutes to walk from close to where our tiny home is parked to get to this epicness. Look at this. Let's see if we can get close, but not over the edge, so the mic will still work. Well, we don't have wind today, so we're good. So yes, oh, that's better. So yeah, the top 5 regrets of the dying, and I can't remember exactly what they were, but a lot of them were around spending more time with family, not working so hard, being connected with friends. Don't quote me. If you see this, please put in the comments what's the top 5 regrets of the dying. We'll maybe do it after this live stream. But the idea is there was a common theme that people experienced similar things that they regretted whenever they were coming to their end. And many of those things would have been recurring themes in their life where they got many opportunities to do the thing that they regretted doing and they didn't do it. They didn't take the chance, they didn't take the risk, they didn't face their fear and go for it. They opted for a life of mediocrity. They opted for a life of ease, so-called ease, but it's not easy. It's not easy to have regrets when you're going into your transition period, especially if you feel like there's nothing on the other side, so to speak. But so the invitation today for this one and for everyone is to live a life where you won't have any regrets. Take the chances, make the step, write the book, ask the girl, take the job, move the country. Whatever the big fear is, whatever the things you've been putting off, the things you've been procrastinating on, do it, become it, go for it. Don't wait. Don't become another statistic on a book in 2050, the top 5 regrets of the millennials or the Gen Zs or whatever those, I don't know those things either. I know millennials is the new one. But don't become another statistic. Don't let this life pass you by, because this life is an incredible gift. You only live once, and it's forever. And this life, in this form, in this way, is completely unique. And it will only be what you make of it. It only is what we think about it, what we choose to make it mean, what we choose to birth in this life. And no one can do it for us, and no one can help us. And again, all of the books, all of the teachers, all of the guidance, all the inspiration, all the triggers, they're all openings, they're all pointers, they're all doors towards something that is wishing to birth from within you. And that which is within you is continuously wanting to birth and rebirth. And it will only appear when we allow it, and it'll only stop, and it'll only stay stagnant when we force it, when we block it, when we don't let it through, when we let fear stop us, when we feel the inspiration or the excitement to do something and we don't do it, when we're called to act and we wait for someone else to show us the way or to act for us. All of these things are, they're openings, they're doorways, they're inspiration. It's inside you, something that wishes to be born, wishes to be said, wishes to be built, wishes to become manifest, precipitated in this world of form. And everyone has this free will choice to bring into form anything that they can imagine and everything that they cannot even imagine, because the all of everything is already existent in perfect, pristine perfection in the non-physical, and awaiting our allowance of it to come through us in our unique way. As we always say, not everything is relevant to every being, but everything is possible in potential. And you will know what is relevant for you in your life. If you're 5 foot, you're not going to play basketball. If you have no interest in politics, you're not going to be doing those sorts of things. If you've never trained your body in life, you're not going to be in the Olympics. If you have no interest whatsoever in a field that someone else or a lot of people think that's something they really want to do in your life, it's probably not relevant for you. But you will know the things that are relevant for you. It's the things that you don't tell people that you would really want to do. It's the way you imagine yourself when you're on your own, with your own imaginings and thoughts, but then you let fear stop you doing it, becoming it, going for it. You let the small me win and keep it in its perceived comfort zone, in its perceived safe space when it's not safe. It's the most unsafe thing to do is to live a life of mediocrity, to live a life of maybes, of should-haves, of would-haves, of could-haves. Don't should on yourself ever. Never let this life go by with could-have, should-haves, would-haves, if-onlys. All of those are going to be regrets of the not dying, but the regrets of one that knows that this life in this current form will come to an end. What questions will you ask yourself? If today was that day, if this breath was the last breath, what would you do? If you knew you had 5 minutes and you were off, and this body being called Martin, and your name, whatever your identity is in this expression, was coming to an end, what would you do? Where would you go? Who would you call? Who would you be in that last 5 minutes? If it was 5 days, 5 months, 5 years, who would you be? Where would you go? Who would you speak to? What would you stop doing? How would you show up differently? What would be different in your life if you knew? And it is true in this dimension for most beings. Although we can take our body with us, we can ascend this form if we wish. Most beings will drop this form to go into another play, another adventure. And in all of everything, it's already existent, it's already here, it's already done, it's already finished. But the linear progression of experience is what plays out to this human, to this character called Martin, to this character called Your Name. That plays out in linear form. So it looks like we were born, it looks like we've lived a life, and it looks like that life is ending. And it's the part in between. So we have the first breath and the last breath, and we forget the part in between. We forget that we have a choice. We forget that we can decide today to be different. Decide today to make a new choice. Decide today to follow up with that thing that we've been putting off. Have that challenging conversation. Do that thing that scares you. End that relationship or change it in a way. Move into some work that is more fulfilling or more powerful or more impactful in your word. Leave behind the story of the perceived past. Let go of the identity that has been dominated by this story called past. This is an opportunity. Every breath is a death, and every new breath is a new life. We have an opportunity every moment, every day, every way to become, to experience, to have, to know all that we are and all that can become. And everything is already here. It's already alive within us. There's nothing out there. There's nowhere to strive. There's nothing to learn. We don't have to earn it. It's already in us. We are already that. But we get to choose how we experience that and if we experience it. Because life does not care, as we shared before. This seems to be a culmination of a lot of things. Life does not care if we give life to life. Life does not care if we receive inspiration, if we receive a beautiful idea, if we receive the excitement, the love, the passion. Life isn't sat there waiting, oh, I wonder if he's going to do it. I wonder if she will take action on this. No, life is like water. Life is just the water flowing into the empty spaces and places and always finding its own level. And if it doesn't get an outlet through you, it will get an outlet through someone or something else. So life doesn't care. It's not like your life is sitting with bated breath. Life continuously flows like this ocean, and it's continuously flowing to you, through you, and as you, and there is no limit to what you can experience in this life if you allow the energy of grace, of God, of Goddess, of gratitude to flow through and to your life, and you take action and you speak. Use the power of your breath through the word into form that which you wish to experience. You think it, you speak it, you act it, you live it, you will become it. Whatever it is, be whatever it is you wish to see. There's none of this fake it till you make it. That's social media stuff as well. Be it until you see it. Be it until you see it. It's very different to fake it till you make it. Fake it is in your mind, trying to act in a certain way. Being it is, it's like someone telling you, try to do the thing called walk across these rocks. Try and do that thing. You could step up and walk across. It'd be quite easy. What if we say, I am being the being that I am? Try to be a human. Try to be a man. Try to be a woman. Try to be happy. There's no trying. We are just being. We are a human being. So someone says, try to walk across these rocks. There's no trying in it. You either walk across the rocks or you don't. So we are being the being that walks across the rocks, or we're trying to do it. So I think, oh my God, maybe it's a bit dangerous. I don't know, maybe I could fall off into the sea. Maybe I'll get some advice on this. We're trying. We stay in the trying. We stay in the shooting on yourself. Don't shoot on yourself. We stay in the what ifs and the maybes. When we are being, it's already here. So be it until you see it. Let go of this idea of fake it until you make it. Be it until you see it. So that means being everything that you imagine, the thing that you believe you want to become, that would bring into your life. So you imagine it's going to be more abundant, be abundance. If you imagine it's going to bring more fulfillment or love in your life, this relationship, be fulfilled being by yourself until you see that relationship. If you believe that becoming more healthy will give you more energy, you will be with different people, you'll take different actions, be that now, even when it appears that your body is sick or needs healing, be whatever it is you wish to see. Be it until you see it. And it's so simple to be it. It's very hard to try and do something. It's challenging to try and do something. Try and walk across there, or be the being that walks across there. If you're trying, you don't try, you do it. You be it. Be the human being that you are, that is unlimited, that has infinite potential, and be whatever you wish to see. So whatever it is you think that you may want, or that may benefit your life, or that may give you something that you, quote, desire, be that thing before you see it. This is the key in this dimension. Before you have to see it, be it. Be it until you see it. So, this has been a little random walk and talk. Let's see, we've got some comments on there. Hello, Anameta. Lovely spot. Yes, it is. Hello to you. Namaste. If you didn't see the beginning of this video, you have to see the epic walk that I took down here. The view when we come down this like hill is so epic. It's amazing. So, this has been the little walk and talk spontaneous soul flow where we have no idea what is going to appear and just share, and then we title it afterwards. And this one, I don't know, probably called Be It Until We See It. We'll find out. But if you have anything, you're watching live or you're watching this on replay on YouTube, you could please put in the comments if there's anything that you would like us to cover, anything you would like us to share. I have a few projects that are ongoing that I'm very excited about, but I'd also love to hear from you because I just press live here and see what comes. But I'd also like to hear if there's anything that you're challenged with at the moment, anything that you'd like us to share about and offer one perspective on infinite potential. We don't offer advice, we don't offer answers, we don't offer actually anything other than one perspective on infinite potential, one way of looking at this infinite sphere of quantum potential. So we'd love to hear from you. If there's anything you'd like to go over or us to share on. But for now, because it's how many minutes? 26 minutes, okay. A bit longer than we expected. And we will leave it there. So thank you for joining. Thank you for being born. And until next time, from my heart to yours, the divine in me sees, loves, and honors the divine in you. Namaste. We